What's going on, guys? Auzio here and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have got FUT Champ Highlights Part 2, and for the first time in God knows how many weeks we have ended 15-0 in Part 1. We finally did not get a DC in the first 15 games. Now, the real question is, are we going to get a DC in the last 15? Because the first 15, it's done. We move it to a side. But the last 15 is where we are trying to go 30-0. But are we going to get a DC? That's the real question. Going up against a beautiful team to start it off. I see Kulusevski, I see CR7. I believe I even saw a Team of the Year trend in that centre-back position. But Mbappe, in the first 10 minutes, is making us go 1-0 up. Coming into the 12th minute now. CR7 with the ball. Mbappe's making these like left and right movement. I see him making an up movement. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to through-ball you. Take it first time. And we do get our second goal. Taking a very long time to get our third goal here. 67th minute, and what a finish. This is the thing with Mbappe. Left foot, right foot, it does not matter. The angles this guy can score at is absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, there's occasions where he's going to miss it onto the left foot, but look what he's doing. Like, look what he was doing this weekend. This guy, let's just say he wasn't missing. Either way, going into the next game, another beautiful team. CR7, Kulusevski, Bruno Fernandes, obviously Footbirthday, Renato Sanchez. The only player I was questioning there was Jota. Like, you don't see team of the group say Jota in people's teams very often. And I'm kind of surprised this guy had it, saying that he had, like, amazing players around him. But, hey, I guess I will take it. Either way, 1-0 up in 9 minutes. We are going to try to get our second goal here. Mbappe with an outrageous run once again. We just going for these through balls. These through balls this year, by the way, unreal. Absolutely, they're so hard to mark because the assisted passing just like completely goes an opposite way where your opponent is defending. It's like a weird way to explain it, but it makes sense if you actually look a bit more into like assisted passing. It's so overpowered this year, and I'm hoping next year they actually do patch it, because if they keep it the same for next year, I'll be shocked, because it's one of the best ways to score this year, sending someone on a run and just going for a crazy through ball. And if that's a thing next year, we might have to worry. Let's just say that we might have to worry. Either way, 33rd minute. Now you see Nedved scoring a header, which is very unexpected, but you know, it happens. We are going to make it 2-1. I see the way this guy's defending. I'm looking at him like, okay, not really coming towards me. He's just sitting back. I'm just going to take my time. The guy ends up rage quitting randomly, but going up against the next guy. 91, road to the final for Varane. Why did EA think it was a good idea, by the way, to give Varane a road to the final card? Like, what is this? Gold Varane is still usable to this day. They decided they wanted to give him a road to the final card, and now that Varane is a 91 overall. Like, come on. Are you serious? But you can see me bottle it. You know I usually go for that chip towards that top bins, but it's like, I was panicking. And I said that in part 1. You're going to see a lot of penalties this episode, and you're going to see our first DC. EA. And this is going to be our second, second player pick. You know, not the greatest once again. But boys, like, I don't know what am I meant to do at this stage? Like, we go 15 on part 1. I'm like, yes, we didn't get a DC. We play our last 15 games, DC, already getting a DC. So the maximum we can go now is 29-1. And I was looking at the comment sections, by the way, for part 1. Just to see if anyone's got like any, let's say, advice to see if you can, you know, help with these DCs and all of that. And people did say reset the game after every single game. I sat there and looked at that comment. I was like, it's a good idea. It is. But have I got the patience to sit there and reset the game after every single FUT Champs game? No, let's all be fair, no chance. Listen, I'm going to be honest, I would rather take the DC than reset the game after every single one. I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm trying to get through these games as fast as possible, you know. I'm not trying to waste any time trying to do all this random stuff and, like, close the game, open it back up, play a game, then close a game. Nah, can't be asked. Can't be asked. But boys, that guy straight up rage quits at 1-0. We take it. Going up against the next guy, Team of the Year Virgil is a player I haven't played in a very long time, I believe. Like, you don't see a lot of Team of the Year Virgils around, which is very weird in a way, but also understandable because of this fullback meta. People need, like, an extreme amount of pace in that centre-back position. And Virgil van Dijk's Team of the Year card, he's got a decent amount of pace to his game, right? But it's like, I don't feel like people use Virgil, especially with the price he's at, when you can get someone like a right-back Reece James for not an extreme amount of, not extreme amount of coins. That's the only reason. Like, prime example right here. Reece James, right-back card in that centre-back position. Why would you sit there and go get a Team of the Year Virgil van Dijk for an extreme amount of coins when you can just go ahead and get yourself a Reece James? That's the only reason we don't see him in people's teams, because that Virgil van Dijk, boys, trust me, he's insane. His tackling ability is out of this world. But this guy... Oh, okay. So, EA. Okay, so you're going to give us a second DC. Oh, is this... And then you're going to give us this team to match up. What is happening? What is happening right now? Like, what is this, man? How all of a sudden are we getting 2 DCs? How? And it's so dodgy how I score and then, boom. Straight DC. We get lucky, by the way, with that goal right there. Very lucky. I don't believe it was going to work. But now, every single time I see the lost connection to your opponent, I have a little panic. You have to understand that I've seen that match under review like once every single week. And this is the first time I believe I've had it. Not this year. I think I had it right at the start as well. But the first time that I see two match under reviews and they both give me the DC when I'm winning the game. EA 100% need to do something about DCs next year. Understand, right, where if there could be like a no loss glitch where people are winning 1-0, they just take out their router cable, then boom, it gives them the W. But I'm not telling what's it called, EA, to sit there and give the person that's winning the game, if they DC, the W. If the DC happens, just, leave the game. Just say, oh, the game never even counted. But then, yet again, there will be another, like, DC glitch. This is the thing, right? Some people want to cheat in this game. That's the only issue. Literally the only issue. Like, if people didn't actually want to cheat in this game, there would be no issue, People would get DC'd and they would rather take the L or take the W if they're winning or losing, right? But it's like, people, for a fact, will go some dodgy way and try to get around it and make it like a no-loss glitch. That's the issue, and that's what EA 100% have to be careful with, and that's why I feel like EA haven't sorted out this issue already. Because they could simply go, oh yeah, if you get this match under review thing, you don't get the, you don't get the L. But there's going to be some way around it, and if someone's going to make it into a no-loss glitch, then, we might as well not play FUT Champs if everyone's going to be no-loss glitching, So, yeah, there is obviously dodgy ways around it, but EA need to find a specific way of getting around it and making it actually make sense. Because right now, me getting these match under reviews after these people are rage quitting while I'm winning just doesn't make sense. How am I getting an L when I'm winning? It just does not make sense. But hey, it is what it is, we move on, boys. Either way, we are going to try to make it full one right here. I remember this guy, by the way. He was actually pretty decent. Like, I was struggling to break him down. Even though I scored 4 goals, I was struggling to break him down. And, all of a sudden, the guy had to go all-out press. And that is why I got that 4th goal. Because I remember that guy, he was challenging me on defense. So let's just say that he was a proper challenge. Either way, CR7 on the ball, going to give it to Mbappe. Directional nutmeg. This is the thing, by the way, that I've been implementing into my game so much. Like, so much is ridiculous. Like, I was doing directional nutmegs for fun this weekend because they're so good. The acceleration boost you get off them is out of this world. Another one where I panicked a little bit. I saw the lost connection to your opponent and I was like, hold up, let it relax. And then I saw it didn't pop up and then I was like, okay, we got the W. The guy actually did rage quit. Either way, this guy's got some really good teams. Like, every time I've looked towards my screen, I've seen a really, really good team. To be fair, when I'm playing FUT Champs, I don't really look at a team like extremely often. Like, I just, I sit there, look at a team for like 5-10 seconds and then just go, okay, whatever. It's a pretty decent team. We move on, It is not like I proper analyze the team where, all right, this left back has got not that much pace or this right back has not got that much. I don't do that. A lot of people do, but I personally don't do that. The only time I really, really look at a team, if it's a team that you don't see very often. A team that, an R9 moment or like a Vieira moment or like even a Hullet moment, something like that pops up on the screen. That's when you have to question it a little bit. Like, EA, What you been doing, huh? If someone's got Vieira moments, Hullet moments, and R9 moments, do you rather spend God knows how much on a game, or there was a quick, you know, 1.7k going to a certain individual's account? That's all I'm going to say. Either way, we tried to make it 4-1 there. We missed that opportunity, but then we get the rebound for the head. And this is why I love CR7, because even though he missed that opportunity, he still has that heading ability to win it over the majority of the fullbacks and centre-backs. So we are going to be able to score that goal. Mbappe getting extremely lucky to get that rebound right there. Kimmich to Neymar, trying to break him down. You see how, like, how he's defending me. I go for that directional nutmeg. I'm continuing to just walk pretty much inside this guy's box. And I personally believe that was like a lucky goal. Because if you look at his defender, you don't expect his defender to not get that interception. It's like a clear interception to get, but hey, I will take it. We move. This guy gives up a very stupid penalty. We are going to try to make it 2-0. This time we are going to stick with it, and we are going to go for the chip towards the top bins. I saw a lot of questions, by the way, asking how to do the chip towards the top bins. It's a simple holding LB, aiming it towards the top bins, and just tapping B or tapping circle on PlayStation. That's literally how you do it. It's just simple as that. There's nothing like complex behind it. You don't have to click L1, R1, LT, RT all at the same time. No, it's just how you do it like a normal chip in game. It's just you aim it, this time on a penalty, towards the top bins, and it usually goes over the keeper. It's kind of would I call it a glitch? I wouldn't call it a glitch. I wouldn't even call it an exploit, to be fair. But it's like, it's savable, but it's harder than, you know, the normal just power shotting it towards the near post. Because I used to do that at the start of the year, and it was good, but it's like, it was very inconsistent. There was times that I would hit crossbar, there was times that I would go off target, there was times that it hit the post. So me doing this chip towards the top bins, if the keeper doesn't like fully move over and then dive, they don't really go ahead and save it. So yeah, that's why I've turned, you know, my penalties into consistently chipping. But look at this. What is this? Like, what am I seeing? The amount of rebounds that guy just got was ridiculous. But Neymar is going to go for a ball roll, a beautiful pass. That pass was so perfect that it set up Mbappe just to turn and instantly shoot. It wasn't like he had to touch the ball, do a skill move, then try to create an... No, that through ball was so perfect that all I needed to do was literally turn and just shoot. But look at that. The composure. Just to fake it going near post, fake it going across goal, and then obviously actually go across goal. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. CR7 with the ball. McGeady spin cancel. LAKEY cancel towards the near post. I'm telling you, boys, inside the box, if you learn how to do these skill moves like I'm doing them, it's so hard to defend. Obviously, you know, pros are going to be able to defend it. Let's not get that twisted. Players like, you know, Tex, Gorilla, Stokes, let's say, there's so many good like pros out there that could easily defend it. But you're not, you know, the chances of you matching a pro in FUT champs is very slim. So yeah, you know, if you're on Xbox, you're on PlayStation, or all those, the chances of you actually matching a pro are going to be very slim. So if you learn how to do all these skill moves and you match up against like an average player or even like an Elite 1 player, let's say, you might be able to, you know, do them dirty, let's say. But if that's, you know, if you're coming up against like a pro, it'll be very hard. You can still do it, obviously, but it'll still be very hard because you know how pros are in this game. They learn the inside out of defending. But boys, look at the matchmaking. Like, the matchmaking was no joke, man. Like, look at this. 21-1 to a 21-1. Like, we matched plenty, and I mean plenty of top 200 players. There was some top 200 players that, you know, was a little bit questionable. I think the first guy had like 4 losses, and it was like place 200, I think it was. Obviously, those, you know, that guy didn't obviously get in. But even, was it? Oh no, the guy was 18-1. Maybe he did get in. Maybe I just played him like extremely early on. But boys, that is going to be it for FUT champs. Obviously, we didn't end third in the world. You know, that was because we played so early. But yeah, 28-2 with 2 of the losses being a DC. Things you hate to see, but we are going to have top 200 rewards for tomorrow. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to leave a comment. But for now, peace.